like my songs and you make me happy. You like my songs and you make me happy. You like my songs and you make me happy. Make you 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 happy. Make me happy. Does she make me happy? Does she make me happy? Does she make me happy? Does she? You like my songs and you make me happy. You like my songs and you make me happy. You like my songs and you make me happy. You like my songs and you make me happy. Make you 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 happy.
My name is Danny B. I'm originally from the Bronx, New York. I'm currently in Baltimore, Maryland, and I'm a tattoo artist at Black Lotus Tattoo Gallery. I guess I would say my whole life, you know. I started drawing pretty young, and the first memorable piece, I mean, like in my childhood, was probably like when I was like in 2nd grade. I drew like a tank in like war, and I thought it was cool. It's the first one I really remember. I started again, like remembering, like, you know, I draw cartoons all the time, and then I started drawing like creepy, scary things. Then I stopped for a while in like my 20s, but I started cutting hair. So if you want to consider that art, you know, I was putting fades and designs in people's heads and stuff like that. And pretty much my whole life. I mean, it's been a thing. I guess it's in your blood, you know. Finishing something and looking at a finished product and seeing how cool it is from start to finish, and then seeing other people's appreciation of it too. You know, somebody else sees it most of the time. You know, people dig it. You know, it's satisfying. Terrifying. It's a terrifying transition because now there's no eraser, you know. So now you're making things permanent, and there's no room for recovery if you make that mistake. So I went from feeling totally free in a sense where it didn't make a difference if you messed up, you could erase, to now I got one shot. You know, so you went from, let's say, like graffiti, in a graffiti sense. Graffiti artists like to do things pretty fast, you know. There's no more of that now. It's like, take your time, making sure every move is surgical, you know, and you can't come back from a foul. So it was terrifying. There's a lot, because there's sentimental pieces too that necessarily aren't the best artistically, but they mean something to somebody, and they might give that person closure in a certain situation, where you really feel like you helped that person in their soul, you know what I mean? So those are really satisfying. But artistically, individual pieces, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of like, alright, for instance, I did a Freddy Krueger realistic tattoo where I had never done something like it, and I think it took me 7 hours at a convention. Had people watching me do it, and it was another point where it was terrifying. But then when it was done, it came out awesome, you know, and it was something that I had never done before. Took my time in it, had people over my shoulder watching, and it came out great. So the satisfaction in that was pretty cool. Learn. You never know. You never know enough. Always keep all your avenues open. Don't rush anything. Take your time, because there's so many levels to tattooing. And if you want to be in the premium grade, it takes a while. So don't rush, because if you rush, you're going to do something that you're not ready for, and it might deter you from either keep going. Take your time and learn. You know, always learn. That's it.